Now today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite parlays for the upcoming NFL season. If you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button. Going to be a ton of NFL talk on the channel. So I want to preface this by saying I'm not an expert, okay? I do watch a good amount of football, watch Red Zone, watch a lot of highlights, but I am in no means an expert or a professional, so take this advice with a grain of salt. Actually, don't even consider it advice. Just consider it someone spewing their thoughts onto the microphone. And if you happen to agree, you can go ahead and place the same bet. If you disagree, just ignore it, okay? But either way, I'm going to let it fly, all right? So it has to deal with the OPOY and the DPOY. Now, the reason I like this bet a lot is because of the odds, okay? That's literally the main thing, all right? You place down $10 over on FanDuel Sportsbook. No, this is not an ad. This is just where I do my bets. So if it's legal and where you live, you can go ahead and download the app and make it happen. But yeah, you place down $10 and you get $2,550 at the end of the season if it pans out. Now, the two players are already on the screen, or they're in the thumbnail, so you should know who it is. Justin Jefferson for OPOY, Max Crosby for DPOY. I'm going to give my thoughts on why those are the two selections. Let's start with the OPOY, okay? We'll have the pros and cons for both positions, or both awards, I would say. Let's start with the pros, okay? Jay Jettis already has the 6th most receiving yards in a season by any wide receiver in NFL history, and he's only 24 years young. He's already that good this early in his career. It truly does not make any sense. For reference, the only guys with more receiving yards are Antonio Brown, who had less than 30 yards more, Jerry Rice, who had less than 40 yards more, Julio Jones, Cooper Kupp, who had that insane season, and then Calvin Johnson. That's it. No one else in the history of the league has had more receiving yards in a season than Justin Jefferson, and he's only 24. For reference, Tyreek Hill is number 11. He had a phenomenal season last year. If Justin Jefferson did not exist, Tyreek Hill 1000% gets OPOY. Matter of fact, I probably would have voted for him last year if I had a vote, because he carried me in fantasy. He was absolutely incredible, and of course that was without Tua for a good amount of the season. So that's just where my thoughts lie. So, you know, Jefferson had to be elite to get that award, and he was. Next, he also broke the record for the most receiving yards as a rookie, just like another back-to-back OPOY winner in Earl Campbell. Now, there's only 2 people that have ever gone back-to-back for the OPOY award, and they three-peated. Both of those guys three-peated. All right, Earl Campbell did it from 1978, 1979, and 1980. And then Marshall Faulk did it from 1999, 2000, and 2001. Now, obviously, you can tell that they're both running backs. That's part of the cons. Okay, it's tough for wide receivers to win this award. Matter of fact, going all the way back to when it first started in 1972, Jerry Rice and Michael Thomas, not to mention Cooper Kupp, and of course Jay Jettis. That's it for wide receivers that have won this award. Is usually a quarterback/running back award. With the way the running back landscape is looking, and you know, the frustration with that position, and them not really getting the credit they deserve, it's a weird situation. You know, it's really weird. I don't know who to expect to produce at the level, you know, that they would need to get the OPOY. So that's another reason why I do like Justin Jefferson for the OPOY. So going back to Earl Campbell, I like the comparisons, even though they're different positions. I see the talent at such a young age. You know, he rushed for a league-leading and rookie record 1,450 yards, was Offensive Rookie of the Year, OPOY, and then he did it 2 years after that. He won MVP the very next season. I don't think Jay Jettis is going to win MVP. I don't think a wide receiver has ever won it. If they were going to, it would have been Cooper Kupp a couple years ago. But yeah, this is not the MVP award. This is OPOY, and I think he has a good chance. Now, the second back-to-back OPOY winner was Marshall Faulk, who also set records as a rookie. On the Colts, he rushed for 1,282 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 1 receiving touchdown. He would become the first NFL player to win both the Offensive Rookie of the Year and the Pro Bowl's Most Valuable Player award in the same season. He was also the first rookie to win Pro Bowl MVP. So the talent was there immediately. Like, these are two guys that as soon as they stepped on the field, you could tell they were different. Like, they were just otherworldly talent. And you can't tell me Jay Jettis isn't the same. Like, he from the moment he stepped on the field when he was a rookie, till last season, he has consistently improved, and he was already elite in his first year. So that just leads me to believe he's going to get even better. I really do think he's going to take it to the next level. I think he could become the first wide receiver to get 2,000 yards in a season. I really do. And who's to say it can't happen this season? Who's to say it won't happen this season, or maybe even next season after he continues getting better? But I do like this pick for OPOY because of those two things and the comparison in terms of the talent and the immediate impact that those back-to-back OPOY winners had to their teams. Also, if you're looking at his stats, like I said, Justin Jefferson has continuously improved every single year he's been in the league. 88 receptions year 1, 108 receptions year 2, 128 year 3, 1,400 yards year 1, 1,600 yards year 2, 1,800 yards last season to get him the OPOY. Both the receptions and the yards were the league leading in both of those categories. If you don't like the DPOY pick, you can still just sprinkle a little bit on Jay Jettas. I think you won't be able to put too much attention on him with Hawkinson taking a lot of targets. Like Thielen regressed a little bit, but once they got Hawkinson, I mean, you really cannot double him that much. Osborne, I think, can step up, take a little attention away too. I just feel good about that. And also on the other side, okay, if you don't like the Crosby one, I'm not going to badger you. DPOY is a little bit tougher, but at the same time, I watched Crosby a lot. I've seen him play out of his mind. Like, it's honestly surprising that he does not get talked about more. But the odds for Crosby is plus 1,600. The odds for Jefferson plus 1,400. So you can see it's more likely for Jefferson to get OPOY, but the odds are not that far off for Crosby. You know, once I saw this article from ML Football saying, update, multiple NFL executives believe Las Vegas Raiders star pass rusher Max Crosby will take his already uber impressive play to another level this season. Assistant GM Crosby was a monster last season, basically unguardable. He's only 25. He will only get better. Expect him to be seriously involved for DPOY, if not the front runner and the winner. At the age of 25, he's already a two-time Pro Bowler who has had multiple seasons with double digits in sacks, and the last 2 seasons has had over 30 quarterback hits. And if you watch him, you see, like, he stands out on the screen. He's one of the most elite pass rushers in the league. The motor's there. The proof is in the pudding. Last few years, he has consistently produced. Usually it takes a couple years of, you know, really high level play, and then they give you the award if you still continue to play at that level. Like, if Justin Jefferson had a down year the year before, I don't know if they don't give the OPOY to Tyreek. It's because he consistently got better, consistently did it at a high level. And I think that same thing is going to happen for Max Crosby. I think he has the talent to make it happen. Now, last year, of course, it went to Nick Bosa. Year before, TJ Watt. The last back-to-back winner was Aaron Donald. Before that was JJ Watt. And then you have to go all the way back to Lawrence Taylor in 1982. So the chances of Nick Bosa winning it is going to be pretty tough. I'm not going to lie. There are a lot of good defensive players, obviously a lot of good offensive players. Unless the quarterback just goes absolutely bonkers, that could derail the Jay Jettas, you know, OPOY. But on defense, DPOY seems like a defensive end award. Like, if you're looking at him, of course, Aaron Donald, but he gets sacks too. So you're looking at an interior lineman or just a lineman award. Like, the last time there was a secondary player that won it was Stephon Gilmore in 2019. Before that, you have to go all the way back to Palomalu in 2010. Everything else, linebacker, DN, D tackle, linebacker, like pass rushers getting to the quarterback. That's what separates you. That's what helps you get awards. And I really think Crosby is going to do something different this year. I don't know if he was injured last year. Let me make sure. Last year, he played all 17 games, had 12.5 sacks. Year before, 17 games, had 8 sacks. But the tackles for a loss, 22 last year. He had 36 quarterback hits, 30 quarterback hits the year before. Was all-pro second team in 2021. Was 6th in DPOY in 2022. So he's already starting to get a little bit of recognition. His rookie year, he was 2nd for defensive rookie year. So that's 4 straight years of really good high-level play from Max Crosby. You can't tell me that he's not about to finally have it pay off. I really do feel good about this. Once again, it's only $10. So if you have $10 to spare, hey, I would recommend throwing it on this. Or if you like another combination, just do some sort of combination, throw a little bit of money on there, and hopefully profit. But I do think Jay Jettis should be your OPOY pick. And I think on defense, look for someone like a Max Crosby. You know how Nick Bosa, he's been doing it. Like, that's a good comparison right there. Nick Bosa, he won Rookie of the Year. They're in the same draft class, by the way. He's the one that won Rookie of the Year during 2019, during that season. Crosby was second behind him. And then he had 0 sacks the year after he was injured. 15.5 in the third year, 18.5 last year. So Crosby is going to have to take that leap to get maybe about 5 to 6 more sacks to put him in that upper echelon. And I think he could do it. He had 12.5 last year. I really feel good about this. And if he does, I think he's finally going to get that recognition and get that DPOY. So there you go. One of my favorite parlays of the upcoming season. If you guys enjoyed it, if it helped you out at all, please destroy the like button. And I'll see you on the next NFL Talk episode.